Welcome back to another Fruits Basket 2019 review. Today is episode 8. I'm Justin.
What is up? I'm Logan.
And together with Couch Talk, as always, I've seen the original. None of us have read any of the source material, and we're going to discuss the episode and give our scores at the end. You ready for this one?
I am ready.
Yeah, definitely episode about kind of like loneliness instead of being alone, but
Right.
we have the good old
I will
New
say,
Year's. Yeah.
Toro's family must not like her. She's never invited to anything. Like, they're going on a vacation to Hawaii, and they're like, you know, Toro, have fun here.
But Grandpa's still hilarious. So
Grandpa probably got dragged along. He's like, I don't want to go.
his leftover money, man. He took it. But yeah, it seems like they didn't like her mother, and they're just kind of pushing it onto her too, except for the grandpa. But the others have no interest. But yeah, so we kind of learn here that Toru has never spent a New Year's without her mother.
Right, it's New Year's time.
Yeah, so everyone's trying to get out their plans. Kyo and Yuki and Shigure are going to the main estate for the Zodiac exclusive banquet. Why Kyo needs to go when he's not even invited to it? Because like it's even weird because a couple of them at some point are like, oh, those two aren't showing up to the banquet. The cat can't even come. Why do you care? He has to be there, just not inside, but has to be outside or something.
Maybe that's how they feel. Well, they expect, Yuki to show up, and if the rat's there, obviously the cat's gonna be there. So they're like, well, they come in pairs, They're always fighting with each other. So wherever that one goes, the other goes.
Yeah, but that banquet's like exclusive to the Zodiac members, and then all the outside people do their own little New Year's thing.
Right.
So got to be part of that VIP club to join the true things. But
also, can I just say real quick? I thought Akito was a male. I am wrong. Akito is a female. So at least that's what it seems.
No, right? I think Akito's a guy.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I thought it was a female.
They always say him.
Do they?
Yeah.
Akito, I thought they just addressed by name. Maybe I missed it.
I'm pretty sure Akito's a dude.
I thought it was a female. Well, I don't know anymore. I don't want to Google it because I might find like a spoiler.
Well, I'm like 99% sure he's a guy.
Well,
You've now given me a 1% doubt, but
well, the reason I said it because when Yuki and Kyo were like, remember how he was like, oh, you can have her. What's her name? What is the one obsessed with Kyo? I forgot. Kagura?
Yeah.
Remember how he's like, oh, you can have Kagura, but then Yuki was like, well, you can have Akito. So I was like,
no, that was just meant who they had to deal with because like Akito is attached to Yuki.
Okay, but... I could. All right. I'm still not sure, but sure, we'll go with it. We'll roll with it.
No. Yeah,
someone will tell us, please. Even if it's obvious, I clearly missed it. Anyway.
Okay, now that we got that weird mess out of the way that I was not expecting to happen. But yeah, on their way though to the main estate, Hana obviously shows up because she's worried about Toru because she didn't want to accept anyone's invitation, kept saying she's going to be fine being alone. She obviously said that to Kyo and Yuki, and they kind of believed it just because Yuki says multiple times they still don't understand her fully, and like she doesn't experience the world the same way everyone else does. She does kind of put everyone else before herself, so it's kind of, and she's always like happy and kind of go lucky, so it is kind of hard to see like between the lines.
Toru definitely hides her feelings from, I'd say, others, at least her negative feelings. I mean, obviously she'll show positivity to everyone, but even this episode, she kind of like sent them off, showing like a happy face, like, oh, I'll be fine, I'll be good. When in reality, it seemed she was, not fine, especially, like you said, first New Year since her mom, which is, I'm sure, pretty heavy for her, pretty heavy for literally anyone. So,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I was sad for her. Like, the show makes me feel.
No, it definitely does. And like it took them a little because they're like, you know what, no one's actually fine being alone, especially on a holiday like this for someone like Toru. And I do like how Shigure is like kind of like messing with them. He kind of like is pushing them to go back without actually explicitly saying it. He's like, oh, you know, there's burglaries going on in the area.
Right. Right.
So he because he is kind of older and experienced, he does kind of notice those things, and it's like he just because the importance of banquet stuff, he can't explicitly say it because then it's like a big deal with Akito. Like he keeps saying he'll handle Akito, so it definitely seems like he's. It feels like he's the only one in the family that can really handle Akito.
Yeah, especially towards the end, but we'll get to that.
Yeah,
when I get
Toru's back home crying. So
right, she was about to pretty much, cry, I guess, the pain away until Yuki and Kyo showed up, which was nice. It was a nice moment to see them come back and like put like her feelings ahead, like because they definitely care for her. She's definitely made an impression on both of them. So, and I really liked how I believe Yuki said we're home.
Yes,
that was pretty much solidifying like you're part of us, like this is your home too, like we're home.
We're like family now and all this. So
right, because like obviously start of the episode she kind of never really had a home. She was living in a tent, and then like her grandparent, not her grandpa, but the people with her grandpa didn't really welcome her. So like she's, I'll say officially, even though she's kind of been living there for a while, this is her home.
Yeah, and of course we get to see them kind of like, I mean, even her friends were still where like Hana obviously approached them and called to make sure she was doing all right and everything, and then they got to watch the first sunrise together, which is obviously a nice thing for them to do. I mean, I could not do that. That's staying up way too late to see the first sunrise. I mean, I guess you could go to bed and wake up real early or whatever, but then you're missing part of New Year's or whatever. I don't know. I can't do that.
I'll see it when I wake up.
Yeah, I'll see it when I wake up. Call New Year's, be good. But they're doing everything they can to solidify, like you said, that being home. But the other thing is we have obviously Shigure with Akito or Hattori, not Akito. Hattori, and I don't think we got the other guy's full name. He just kept calling him Hakun.
Yeah,
he gives them both the same freaking nicknames or whatever, and they're like, "Oh, thanks for the confusing nicknames." Because they're talking about how they're wondering how Akito will react to them not showing up.
Right.
And this is where Shigure is kind of like, it'll be nice to see him reap what he sowed.
Right. Like that was said with like, obviously he didn't say it out loud, but he was thinking it. But it seemed like with, I don't want to say malicious intent, but like there was some like punch behind what he said. He's like, "Oh, you're finally getting what you deserved," is what it sounded like.
Yeah, I mean, from what we've seen of Akito, doesn't seem like a nice person, right? Is this
exactly? And what we've seen from Shigure, he is a super nice person, but like this moment, he was like, "Well, you deserve all this," which I could see why. Like, especially learning from
Hattori.
Yeah, Hattori's story. So there's clearly some tension between Akito and maybe literally every other Zodiac. So
yeah, because he definitely is like the leaders of the Zodiac, and it doesn't seem like he's doing a good job of it. And he's probably causing conflict with everyone, so we're like, no one really looks up to him. Yuki wanted out, like completely out. Kyo wants into the Zodiac, but he doesn't seem like he wants to deal with Akito at all. And,
right.
And now that we're seeing Shigure say this, of all people, and like,
yeah,
I can understand with Hattori, or even though Hattori like never blames Akito or anything like that, but at least that's what Momiji says. But he has a bad past with Akito, so it's like when you see Shigure saying, he needs to reap this, and like screw him, basically, it's like, oh, right. Okay.
It was. I was like, damn, I didn't expect that, but I'll say deserved.
It's deserved.
From what I've seen. Unless Akito has some tragic backstory that I've yet to learn. Maybe.
I'm sure everyone does.
I'll say probably, but we'll see. But that was pretty much the episode.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just...
You want to jump into scores?
Yeah. I think I'll give it another solid 8. I just once again all the emotional stuff. It would have been sad to see Toru all alone, but thankfully we're, we're basically like we fully solidified her being part of like the family and home, and just that moment of where home is a fantastic moment. I think, and these character relationships are what carry the show pretty hard. So,
Right.
it's just too emotional for me, man. I was about to cry.
I agree with the 8. It's definitely there's a lot of relatable like emotions that go on in this show, like especially Toru. Obviously, she's dealing with like a loss that she hasn't dealt with like fully. You know, they mentioned first time New Year's without her mother. It was the we're home and the welcome home moment was super good. I loved it. Like this obviously their relationship, like Toru, Kyo, and Yuki, even Shigure, even though he wasn't there, like their relationship has been building for like what 7 previous episodes. So it's
Yeah.
nice to see like it's solidified that like they're a family now. Like they stick together even when they have a very important banquet that could have some very like maybe bad consequences. They still stick with her. So it's nice to see that she's kind of. I feel like if anyone can change Aikido, it's Toru. So I'm rude for her. Please, Toru.
That or Akito will end up changing her, and I was like,
Right,
no.
I
But
swear to God, he better like there better be no memory deletion at the end of this show. I will be very upset and sad. So I'll just say that now.
I feel like at this point, even Hattori would have trouble wanting to do it because of
Right.
the he formed a pretty good
But I
bond with her in
mean,
the last episode. But
Hattori has been made to do
true,
quite a lot of things he didn't want to do. So we'll see.
yeah. I am interested to see what's going to happen with Akito though. With
Yeah, the
them not
Shigure
showing.
moment, I was like, damn, something is. I want to know what, like, obviously, I'm sure the Hattori thing might be a big reason, but there's got to be more reasons, right?
Yeah, because maybe something that impacts him more directly. Because
Right.
obviously he's
And
great
also,
friends with Hattori, but I don't feel like just the moment with Hattori would be enough for him to go that far.
exactly. And especially since he was referring to Yuki and Kyo, like,
Yeah,
like, they didn't show up, like, you reap what you sow. Like, so
maybe
there might
something
be.
more with Yuki.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like something happened because he seems closer to Yuki and Kyo, obviously. So maybe something like that is why he feels that way, but we'll see. We kind of get tiny pieces of Akito like each episode. But yeah, that's it. It's spiel time.
As always, we have an exclusive banquet, and to go, you have to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. Let us know what you thought of the episode, what you didn't like, anything like that. And until next time, peace out.
See you.